Hey there, everyone. My name's Anthony Avina, and welcome to another edition of my weekly reading. Now, as you guys may or may not know, I just released a brand new short story in both paperback and Kindle edition forms called Bedtime. It is a horror short story. It is about really simply exploring one of childhood's greatest fears, the unknown. A lot of people, a lot of people, when they were children, had a fear of a monster under the bed, in the window, or in the closet. Those are the big three fears that children have as far as monsters go. To this day, I feel more comfortable when I have my bed the way it is now, with no underneath, with just straight up mattresses and frame, no frame that lifts off the ground. It's just something that sticks with you sometimes, and not to say that I think it's the monster under the bed is more of a fear that bugs are going to fester in there. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. I wrote a short story on that, and I'm really proud of it. It's really one of my scarier stories that I've ever written, and I will put the links down below. Make sure you guys go check those out. Really, really creepy. Anyways, one of the things that I do with my stories is find quotes. And I thought I'd change it up this week with look at some quotes that will help inspire me to write my stories. And this time, instead of finding the uplifting messages that I do, I will look for the quotes that inspire me as far as horror goes. Quotes that kind of chill you to the bone, that really gets the creative juices flowing. So let's look. I am using a website called brainyquote.com, and it has like thousands of quotes, and they have sections of different topics, and I am in the fear section right now. So, and forgive me if there's been a video before this where I've mentioned any quotes that I mentioned now. It's hard to keep up with everything, but here we go. Here's a good one that pertains to my story. This is from Plato. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. That's a good one. Kind of speaks to the fear children have of the dark. But the real tragedy in life is when men are afraid of the light. Kind of pertains to people when they grow up refusing to see the truth, refusing to look into the light and see what's really there. Of course, Franklin D. Roosevelt, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself, is a good one. Let's see. Here's one from Jim Morrison. We fear violence less than our own feelings. Personal, private, solitary pain is more terrifying than what anyone else can inflict. That's a good one. It's very sad. Okay, one of the greatest discoveries a man makes, one of his great surprises, is to find he can do what he was afraid he couldn't do. Henry Ford. It goes to show you where our society is now, because you have a great quote like that from Henry Ford, and then underneath is a quote from Taylor Swift. Just kind of don't see how she's considered a brainy quote, because her fear quote is, I think fearless is having fears but jumping anyways. Okay. Anyways. Let's do one more in fear at least. Alright, here's one. To fight fear, act. To increase fear, wait. Put off, postpone. That is from David Joseph Schwartz. Very good quote. Because the more and more we put off facing our fears, the more and more that fear festers within us and kind of continues to grow until the fear is like overpowering. So another section, one more section. Let's go with, of course, death. That is a big one in the horror genre. Let's see. Alright, here's one from the great Edgar Allan Poe, one of the greatest poets ever, and one of my big influences in the horror genre. The boundaries which divide life from death are at best shadowy and vague. Who shall say where the one ends and where the other begins? That's a good one. Our dead are never dead to us until we have forgotten them. That is from George Eliot. One of the more powerful quotes concerning death that really chills me to the bone even to this day is from J. Robert Oppenheimer, who was one of the most infamous quotes about death. I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. That is like an epic death quote. I mean, really chills you to the bone. Like I said, it's really creepy because like when you hear someone say that, it's that moment where someone embraces like their darkest part of themselves and is saying, you know, I'm not good, I'm a bad person, and he is going to bring death. Or it means that a person has a deep fear that they're not good for their family or their friends or their loved ones. That they fear they're just bringing death because sometimes they have a complex that tells them that people who die around them are dying because of them and not because of outside forces. But it's a chilling quote, to say the least. Let's see. Let's do one more. It has to be a really good one. Okay, here's a good one. And if you listen to this quote and then go read my story. The links will be down below. Make sure you buy a copy of either the paperback or the Kindle edition. Kindle edition will be on October 4th, 2014, release worldwide. Or you can wait and buy the paperback edition right now. And when it's the Kindle edition releases, you'll get that for free. Anyways, read my story, read the short story, and then see if you can see how this next quote pertains to it. Alright, that'll be the question of the day. So, someone has to die in order that the rest of us should value life more. By Virginia Woolf. And that's where I'm going to end this video. Someone has to die in order that the rest of us should value life more. By Virginia Woolf. How does that pertain to my story? Make sure you guys go read the story, check it out, and then leave your thoughts down below on how that pertains to the story. Thank you guys for watching. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Please like this video, comment on it, favorite it, and share it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Make sure you check out all the social networking links down below, especially for bedtime in both its formats. And I will see you guys next week for another edition of my weekly reading. It's Anthony Avina, signing off. Long days and pleasant nights, my friends.